What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Those Movie Dudes podcast. I am your faithfully beloved host, and I thank you for joining us once again for this sermon. Here to talk about another set of new release movies on this beautiful August 11th Sunday afternoon. Here joined by my fellow dudes, some of my favorite people on the planet, Ducky and Nate. Let's bring them in. Are they here? Let me in now. Oh, there they are. Oh, weird. We had to let them in.
Oh,
that's very
we have long legs here. Is he joining us on the podcast?
I hope to God he's
let
not.
Me in
That was
now.
Is he just in the lobby?
Let me in now.
No, long legs. No. We don't need you to turn this
away.
Episode.
Please, God. Please just be a
metaphor. Okay. All right.
Oh man, what's going on, guys? Welcome back. You excited to talk about some release movies and maybe do Nate's choice and maybe some trivia at the end?
Nah. I think take the maybe out of that and just say yeah, but that's 100%. We're doing that.
Let's not. Fuck.
Okay.
Thanks for listening. You guys
all right.
Well, like I picked the wrong week to quit amphetamines.
Well, good to see you guys. All right, I'll see you in 2 weeks.
Yeah, see you guys
Peace
later.
out.
See ya.
Toast house. I wanted to. I'm just happy to have access to that now.
I feel like it's been a while since we've been actively using the drops. I don't know what it is, but like they just haven't worked for the last two shows. So I feel like we need to use them more.
I'll be listening. Don't worry. I'll use them at the right times.
Good, as we should. Or else we're gonna have to throw the
it in the oven.
Yeah, that's God.
See, you said throw, so
I know. I fucked up. I let it too much. I let it
Jesus
too much.
Christ! This episode's already cursed.
Like I picked the wrong week to quit amphetamines.
I just won my first Grammy.
We're gonna literally
all right.
You guys know what?
It's done.
No. You're setting up another one. I know you are. Okay, what? Go ahead.
I just wanted to let you guys know that
I've got the magic in me.
I'm so glad somebody else wanted to use that one. I feel really good inside, warm and fuzzy. Thank you, Nate.
Sure.
How you guys doing? You guys doing okay?
I'm breathing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm alive.
Watching a lot of movies the last couple of weeks. John, I'm sure you've been just going ham on the Blu-rays at home, just buying new 4K.
Yeah. No, I actually dusted them the other day. I pulled a duster out. It's been so long since I used my duster that it was covered in dust itself, and then I brushed some dust off my Blu-ray shelf.
Is this like a bit, or did you actually do that?
No, I actually did, because it's been
so
long since I've pulled an actual physical movie off a shelf and put it into the Xbox and watched it.
Hey Nate, guess what?
Yo, what?
John doesn't even have his 4K player hooked up to his TV.
No, I do now. Well, it's sitting down there.
Let me in now. Just know he doesn't like it, so I'm just
Long Legs wants
to
to kill you for that. Okay, well, that's good. You do now, because last time we chatted, you did not have it, and you're like, "Yeah, I just want to get rid of this." I'm like, "You want to get rid of the only thing you're able to watch Blu-rays and 4K movies on?" You're like, "Yeah, I don't fucking use it." I'm like, "What? What are you talking about? Like, you're just talking nonsense right now. You're just all hyped up because football's starting."
Well, yeah, the preseason's begun. Tom Brady's doing his first game tonight as a broadcaster, as an announcer for the preseason. It was his very first game. And just the time to sit down, put it in there, hit the main menu, put the subtitles on. It's like,
well, John, your challenge, your 2024 year challenge.
It's only
watch 15 Blu-rays.
I know.
How many have you done so far?
One.
Okay. It's August. We're 8 months into the year. Okay, you've done one. All right. Well, I mean, you got 14 to go.
That's easy, dude. Come on. Have I ever not accepted a challenge?
Yeah. Nate, how's your Best Picture winner challenge going?
Good. I have 20 left.
Damn.
I'm at 73 out of 93. So
okay.
Jeez, that's like barely more movies than I have to watch that are in my own collection.
Thankfully, there's a lot of like the classic Best Picture winners, like the 30s and 40s and stuff, right on Amazon for like a couple bucks. So it's like it's worth the rent and able to complete this challenge, because I think last year I tried to do how did it go? Once a week was like a 300. It was like 52 weeks in the year. and you have to watch a Criterion every week.
Oh yeah, you were going ham on that.
And there was like categories, like one from the 40s, one from the 50s. This one has to be in black and white and foreign and stuff. And I was on track, but I kind of got sloppy and let myself down. So I'm hoping this year I've got some big ones I've got to do, like Return of the King and Dances with Wolves.
Didn't you also just get The Last Emperor, which is
I did.
kind of a crazy Best Picture winner from the 80s? That's
Yeah.
on Criterion.
Oh, I see Fat Pikachu too.
Yeah,
We're on
that's
video.
The Last Emperor. Yeah,
We're on video. He's pointing it out right now. That's exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah, my challenge is the IMDb Top 250, and I just crossed off a big one the other day for Some Like It Hot. Billy Wilder, Jack Lemmon, Marilyn Monroe. This was an episode for first time watching, which will be coming out in the next couple of weeks. But definitely stay tuned when that episode drops, audio only, for my thoughts on that one. But yeah, glad to have seen that one. But yeah, cruising along on our yearly challenge.
Glad to see you guys are doing well. You know, I think I've gotten into other collections, Funko Pops, Pokemon cards, and I've stopped buying those. So maybe it's time to seep back into the movie collection and actually watch them instead of just buying a $20 disc and putting it on a shelf for 10 years.
I mean, it's not just decoration. Like it's a good decoration. But
it feels like it is sometimes.
Well, and here's the thing: we haven't even begun to think about what the punishment could be if you don't hit.
Whoa!
If you don't hit the 15 Blu-rays, I'm trying to get to at least 200 of the top 250, and Nate's trying to do. I mean, I think all of them, but.
I mean, for any normal person, the task that you've given yourself would be completely outlandish.
Well, yeah, so I'm trying to hit at least 200. So when I started the challenge, I was at like 140 something.
So you're trying to watch 60 more movies.
Yeah, and I have like 20 more. Yeah, I'm at like 180 or like 179, 180. So almost there. I could do it.
You don't.
And I've watched like 4 or 5 Best Picture winners recently, so it's doable.
And I went and saw Borderlands the other day. And out, so
exactly. Well,
that's what we did her, I suppose.
Well, we don't want to upset Long Legs because he could definitely be the punishment.
Because if you upset him, you're upsetting me.
Yeah.
Can we? I thought you were going to play the drop, and I was about to.
No, I think we've played the drop enough. We know that he's.
Fuck off.
No. Let's get into some movie news.
This is movie news.
Right, Penelope? Right.
News.
I'm a real princess.
Oh God.
I forget what she says.
Does she glitch?
Ready? Oh, how'd she do?
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, she's glitching. She's glitching big time.
All right. Well, for movie news, here's what I got for you guys. So Jimmy Kimmel has hosted the Oscars many times, and he has just passed on hosting next year's ceremony. And John Mulaney even passed because they approached John Mulaney because he had a big hit with his segment with Field of Dreams on last year's Oscars, or I guess this year's one that happened a couple months ago. So John Mulaney and Jimmy Kimmel have both passed on hosting the Oscars. So my question to you guys is, who do you think could host the Oscars? Who do you want to see? What would excite you for a new Oscars host? Yeah, that's what I want to know.
They have to be funny. Like, it has to be somebody that's relatively funny, but that's not going to be like cringy. Someone who's like a natural on stage that isn't going to ruin the entire show.
So Jimmy Kimmel's done it 4 times, tied with Whoopi Goldberg and Jack Lemmon. That's funny.
Bob Hope did it 19 times.
Yeah, and Billy Crystal did it 9 times. Billy Crystal's done it a whole bunch. But yeah, who do you think should host the Oscars? That's what I want to know. Okay. All right. Nate, what you
John
got?
Cena.
Really?
Oh my God, that would be hilarious.
Because he is very funny. He's very meta. And I just think he's just got this drive and the passion to like test himself with these things. And I think he would do a really good job because I know Ricky Stenicki wasn't the best movie in the world, but
Pretty
he was
good.
the best part of that movie. So
He was funny in that movie for sure. I mean,
he's funny in almost anything. Like even in the Suicide Squad, he was very funny, and he was very deadpan at that point too. So no, I would put my vote in for John Cena. He's up there.
What if they have someone that's really not funny, like Joaquin Phoenix, do it?
he's just like so uncomfortable the whole
very
time.
serious, and like you can't tell if he's acting or like himself. It's like, yeah. So
Well, the
next
Oscar
we
goes
have
to
best supporting actor or whatever. I don't know. Or that's
I
more
don't-
like Kristen Stewart. Maybe that sounds like Kristen Stewart. I don't know. John Cena's a really good choice. I do like that kind of that pick. Like I guess if you did like Dwayne, The Rock Johnson, or Dave Bautista, that could be funny. Maybe Kimmel or not Kimmel.
No, not Fallon.
Maybe Jimmy Kimmel or like John Mulaney would be good. No,
You really think Jimmy Fallon should do it? Is that what you're
Ricky Gervais.
No.
I
have two choices.
How about you know, it'd be great.
Yeah,
Kill Tony.
Tony Hinchcliffe.
Tony Hinchcliffe.
Wow.
Tony Hinchcliffe.
That's
Fuck
a no
it.
hold bars.
Why not?
I mean, Jesus, I would go hard. Yeah,
Katie
I mean,
Glazier.
someone that's
Katie
not even
Glazier.
in the industry who just doesn't even care about staying working with the people there. So
Fuck it.
damn,
I mean-
that'd be savage. I mean, I think he'd be a better Golden Globes host than an Oscars host, but I
Yeah,
mean,
I don't
yeah.
know. There's some good options there.
My choice, my real choice, is Conan O'Brien. I think I didn't really watch his like talk show that much, like Late Night with Conan, but everything that he's done outside of that, I find just hilarious. Like his podcast is hilarious, and his travel show on HBO Max is so funny. I think I watched it in like one full day. He's just such a goofball, and I just love people that just have like just no filter. They'll just go all out for the bit, and I think he would do a great job just doing that. And plus, I mean, he doesn't have a job right now. He just does his own podcast. I mean, he could easily do it. It's a thankless job hosting this type of stuff. So I think he could do it, and I think he would be great. But the other option, just given the year and the relevancy, having Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds do it. Hugh Jackman's done it before.
Ooh. In
Hugh Jackman's hosted before. He's very musically like talented. He can do the musicals, no problem. Ryan Reynolds is the same as well. He did that Will Ferrell Spirited movie. I mean, he has musical chops. He can hold his own if they need to. I mean, and as characters, yeah, Deadpool and Wolverine. I mean, they could essentially be hosting the Oscars. Like that marketing would be insane. They would
In the suits.
doing the jokes. I'm sure they'd be in tuxes and then the suits at one point. Don't do the suits the whole time, I think, but I think that'd be a very fun show because they could poke fun at everybody. I mean, Deadpool could do his like montage thing. It'd be a little annoying, I'm sure, after a while, but because a lot of Deadpool is just kind of a little too much at times. But I think given the setting and the meta-ness and the fact that Hugh Jackman has done it before and he's really good at doing that kind of live performance, I think them as a duo could crush it. So those are my choices: Conan O'Brien, or you get the pair of Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman. So,
I mean, that'd be amazing. I mean, in the same realm, you could go like Ron Burgundy.
Will Ferrell's Ron Burgundy.
Well, yeah, I mean, but like I don't know if the Oscars would go that because he's a raunchy fella, you know.
Or what about like Adam Sandler?
He just wouldn't.
Maybe.
He's not. He's gonna wear.
He
a
knows
t-shirt
the
and
industry.
gym shorts.
He's funny.
He just would never. I just think he would never do it.
These are all good options, though. I would go John Cena. I would. I think that's an amazing choice.
That's a good choice.
Yeah.
So, John, what's your final pick? Because we all have one besides you. It sounds like.
Oh,
sounds like you're closest on Jimmy Fallon.
No, I go like Ryan Gosling. Why not?
Right. Joaquin Phoenix is what you said. I actually love that pick. I think Joaquin Phoenix.
Joaquin Phoenix would be hilarious, dude. That'd be crazy.
Oh my god!
And I know we're all saying men. I feel like there's women too. Like I think Katie Glazier would be funny.
Katie, did you say?
What's her name? Isn't it Katie?
Nikki Glazier.
Nikki Glazier. Yeah, her. She'd be
Bert
hysterical.
Kreischer.
Yeah, no. He's
Segura.
not funny. He's not funny.
Oh.
Yeah, sure.
All right.
So my final choice is Tony Hinchcliffe.
If you're listening on Spotify, there'll be a little poll saying who should host the Oscars. Type in your answer and you can vote. Maybe we'll have it on Instagram story when the episode launches as well. Curious to know what you guys think. Who do you think should host the Oscars? And what do you think of our picks? Do you think Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds would be a good pick, or John Cena, or Joaquin
Kaylee
Phoenix?
Spaney.
No.
Why?
Not at all.
No.
Not at all.
Why not? How about
I
Kaylee
don't think
Spaney?
that whatsoever.
How about the worst choice imaginable?
All right. Well, the next piece of news I have for you guys. Do you guys know that D23 just happened?
Yeah, there's some announcements.
What's that?
There's some announcements.
Disney's exclusive Comic-Con.
It's like their own Comic-Con where they just
event
announced
thing, yeah.
like all their own projects, like future projects and stuff like that.
But
Like
why
live
23?
action,
Why isn't
Marvel, Star Wars. It's
why
always
isn't
called
24?
D23. And that's how it's been
Oh,
called
okay.
all the time. I don't know why
Gotcha.
exactly, but
I actually don't know why it's called D23 either.
yeah. So
Yeah.
big news. We got a new trailer for Moana 2, which comes out in November. I don't know if you guys have seen the trailer. I haven't watched it, but
I've seen a trailer. I don't know if it's one that just released, but
it's interesting because
I
this
don't need a
one
trailer.
was supposed to be straight to Disney Plus, and then they're like, "No, what the release
is
it in theaters?
stupid.
What are you talking
Yes.
about?" And so I think they put a little bit more money into it, and then they got the original cast back, and then so we're now having
Okay.
Moana 2 in theaters this
November 27th.
Yeah, okay, that's November.
Oh yeah.
We got a teaser for the Rachel Zegler Snow White live action movie directed by
Wait,
Mark Webb, who has done The Amazing Spider-Man, Amazing Spider-Man 2. He did 500 Days of Summer, a bunch of other stuff. He is doing this one, which I don't know if you've seen the trailer. I mean, it sounds like John.
I didn't even know this movie was
Dodgy
coming out.
existed.
I had no idea. This Rachel Zegler is not a good actress.
West Side Story. She is incredible
She was
in
good.
that movie.
Yeah.
She is
Okay.
great in that
She
film.
was not.
No, she wasn't great in Shazam because that movie was just bad to begin with. The second one.
I just
Something.
I just
The
don't like
Hunger
all the
Games
negative
was bad.
press that she's gotten, like with her attitude as far as this movie goes.
I honestly have no idea what that controversy even is. I have no idea what she even said. I just know that there is controversy with her and people hate her for what you're, I guess,
What?
saying. Nate. Yeah.
All right.
She said that she should be paid for every single second that she is in that costume, even if she's not performing. Like just appearing as Snow White, she should be getting paid and stuff like that. So
Yeah, I mean, okay. What about all the people
Alright.
that have dressed up like her for the last 70
They're
years at
working in
Disney, World?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, what the fuck are you
yeah.
even saying, bitch?
I don't know
Okay.
I don't know exactly what her statements and quotes are, but yeah. Anyways, it's live action Snow White. We have Gal Gadot playing the evil queen. So
Gal Gadot should be Snow White.
interesting. You think so?
Yeah, I don't
No,
know.
I
There's-
don't know
there's
if
the
her
first image
accent
of
would
her
help
as the
very
evil
much.
queen right there. But this comes out March 21st next year, so that's something to
That should be straight to Disney Plus.
All right.
That's the movie that
We
should
got
be-
a first look at Stitch, the live action Lilo and Stitch, which comes out next summer. This director, Dean something, what's his name? My God, it's not even listed in the announcement. Anyways, it's the guy who directed Marcel the Shell with Shoes. So he is actually
okay.
directing this. John, you made a Barack the Rock spin-off TikTok reel on Those Movie Dudes, and he liked it.
He did. So yeah, we are connected at the hip. If you
Maybe
will.
we can help promote him, promote his new movie, Lilo and Stitch.
Okay. Oh, look at him go.
That's him. He's just a little
Oh,
live
he
action
looks so
little
good
guy.
too.
He does look really
Yeah.
good.
I mean, remember, we got to make him cute. We got to sell the merch. So
Well, he looks way
he's
better than the
adorable.
fucking Minecraft promo that they did. Those
Whatever.
were those like
Okay.
fuzzy little things.
Oh God.
Incredibles 3 announcement.
Oh my god.
Brad Bird is developing a new Incredibles movie. I'm excited. I love 2. I mean, I didn't really have high expectations for 2 when that got announced and came out, but when I saw it, I just loved it almost as much as the first one. I've seen it multiple times since, and I still love it. So, very excited that Brad Bird is
Oh
developing.
my god,
a new
what was
one.
that next one? Fuck.
You just spoiled the next one, and I'm not
Are
happy
you
about
kidding
it.
me? Are you kidding me? Make
We
a new
have
property for the love of
Toy
God.
Story 5 teaser. Here's the thing. I was with you guys when I first heard this announcement months ago that they were going to develop a new
Months
Toy
ago.
Story 5. Yes.
How
But
you
then
know these things?
they started to announce some details about it, and what they've released so far, I can get on board with this. I think this
Is it just
actually
Buzz?
could be interesting. Well, no, this is Toy Story 5. The whole gang's back together. So essentially,
How?
He's a toy.
speaking of beloved animated Pixar movies that maybe should have ended 2 films ago, fans of D23 got a small teaser for Toy Story 5. According to director Andrew Stanton, who has done Finding Nemo, Finding Dory, he did
Planning to stop the child from
Coco.
becoming an
The other
iPad
ones.
kid? No way.
Shut up. Stop getting ahead of me.
Sorry.
So, basically, the gang, Woody, Buzz, and the gang will be fighting to stop a new child from becoming an iPad kid. Basically, it's the toys versus technology. The kids are paying attention to technology now because it's so highly developed, and now the toys aren't getting played with enough, so they have to fucking get the attention back. I think that's genius. That's a great fucking plot. The fact that you have Andrew Stanton back, who has done so many Pixar movies that we've already loved, and he is up there in like the top chairs of Pixar. I mean, he's done so much great stuff. He's even directed stuff from like Stranger Things, and he's done some live action stuff as well. So he's a great choice to kind of handle this property, and I think the story kind of warrants another go at the characters. Why not? So
okay, here's the
not going to be a Woody.
Here's the problem. This seems like it's going to be a personal attack at the very parents that are going to be going to see this movie.
I hope so.
Millennial parents are going to be like, "Oh shit!"
So
like,
they did release an image. I do want to show it. I want it to load.
Oh, no.
Come on, it's not HD. I'm trying to
just imagine what it is like.
Come on, man.
I mean, regardless, that's a genius concept.
Is it like Buzz playing Roblox or something? Like
no,
I'm sure there'll be references.
It was a cute image. I think I have it here. I can pull it up. I'll just go window here. Bam.
It's no movie without Woody. Like
it's them just looking at the kid under the covers with
look at Slinky. Yeah. Oh my god.
Forky's there. I mean, I don't know. It could be cute. It could be cute. So I'm excited to
wouldn't it be better
see what happens?
Short, though? This could be a good short on Disney.
It could be. Yeah, I know. We'll see. But
I'm still confused though. Like Woody was left at the end of 4.
Maybe they'll go get him. Who cares? It's like the first 5 minutes of the movie.
About that, and they're just like, "Oh, Woody's still here."
Well, we have until summer of 2026 to wait and find out what happens.
Maybe this takes place before the events of Toy Story 4. I don't fucking know. Who cares?
So we got Frozen 3. That's announced for 2027. Cool. I've never seen Frozen 2. Still,
what?
No.
Yeah, I've only seen the first one. I liked it.
Okay.
I have yet to see the second one, and the fact that 3 is coming up, cool.
It's gonna make an insane amount of money. It's gonna be so much fun.
Zootopia 2. That's coming out, obviously. You have a teaser for Elio, which is a Pixar original. You got a new trailer for Star Wars Skeleton Crew TV show, which kind of looks like an Amblin Steven Spielberg-esque show. You got a great directors list that's made some episodes for the show. You have the Daniels with Everything Everywhere All at Once. You have David Lowery, who did The Green Knight and The Ghost Story. You have John Watts, who did the Spider-Man movies. He developed the show. So, I mean, you have a lot of creative. Bryce Dallas Howard came in and did an episode. So, like, you have a lot of great acclaimed directors having their hands at the show, and they're making it kind of like a
It looks like Monsters Inc. or something.
It's essentially like kids, Goonies-esque. They get lost in space, and they're trying to find their way home. So that's essentially what the plot is going to be about. And Jude Law is like a Jedi or something. So it could be fun. I have had zero interest in any Star Wars related shows and content in the last couple of years. So
I thought you loved Andor and
Andor. I liked it. I liked Andor. Ashoka was god awful.
No, I thought it was okay.
The most recent show was unwatchable. Acolyte. I liked Mandalorian season 1 and 2, parts of 3. Boba Fett was garbage. Obi-Wan was disappointing. So
Moon Knight.
That's Marvel.
I like Moon. I like that one. Speaking of Marvel,
see, that's how distant I am.
You have Agatha All Along coming out. So cool.
Is that the villain from? Oh my god. Okay, so she's the villain from WandaVision. She gets a show.
Yeah, it's kind of like a Hocus Pocus Halloween type of show from the looks of it. So it's coming out in October. So it's got that kind of spooky feel to it, but I will probably not be checking it out.
That's so unnecessary. Okay.
They've had teasers of the new Fantastic Four, new Daredevil show. Avatar 3 is called Fire and Ash.
Wow.
They introduced a new tribe.
So now we're in the
Freaky
volcanic
Friday
region.
2 is called Freakier Friday. First look, get them back together.
Oh my god, what is going on?
Sean Aries So that's interesting that we have the new Tron movie coming out. Essentially, what's going to happen with this movie is the Tron world. Those people are going to come into the real world. Jared Leto's playing like the main character. You have Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross doing the music for it, which could be kind of fun because Daft Punk did the music for the first one. Anyways, then the last thing I'll just talk about here, Monster Jam. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson signed a first look deal with Disney. He's going to be developing a lot of projects with Disney, and the first project he's going to do with them is a monster truck live action movie.
All right.
Exactly. Just like, what the fuck? Who cares? And then there's a Pixar movie coming out called Hoppers.
Listen, this is what I want to see. New shit. Something new.
Look at the animation. It looks cool. Like,
fine.
There's some artistry work here. So yeah.
That's a cool looking fucking beaver. Okay, I'll go see that.
But it's funny because someone on Twitter got ahead of
Hoppers.
The news here, and Hoppers, when they just took this image and they're like, Hoppers announced from Disney Pixar is gonna follow like the grasshopper from Bug's Life, Kevin Spacey making his grand return. What's happening here? But no.
that I would watch.
An original property.
That's crazy.
So out of everything that I just talked about, was a lot of just fucking crazy bullshit in a way. What excites you the most? What are you?
Can I say nothing
first? No, come on. There's something that you got to be excited about.
I'll go first.
Okay, Nate, go ahead, please.
Moana 2.
Moana 2.
I loved the first Moana. I love anything that has to do with like being on the sea and the ocean, the kind of Hawaiian Samoan vibes to it, and it's one of the best looking animated movies. It's just it feels very tangible, this world, and she's one of the unsung heroes and like the Disney princesses because she's just awesome. And Maui as the Rock, I'm always on board with that. So okay. I would say Moana 2.
Moana 2. All right, John, what you got?
I'll go the Lilo and Stitch live action. I think of all movies, I think this one could be one of the most interesting. You just like Lilo's so cool, Stitch is so cool. I feel like that's one of the more nostalgic Disney movies for me. Because it kind of came out right when we were kids. There's only one movie, or is there two?
One, direct to VOD sequels or to DVD sequels.
I just remember watching it so much, and I think it really kind of like resonated with me. So I would
watched it 3 days ago, or like
did you really?
A week ago, last weekend.
He's just so goddamn cute. Like I don't know. I would love to just this is really the only thing on here. I'm like, damn, all right, that's exciting. Okay.
For me,
everything else is just rehashed bullshit.
Incredibles 3. I'm stoked for that. So
that's my next choice.
Of course.
For sure.
And I did see that there's going to be Elastigirl skins in the Fortnite item shop.
Okay, so that's D23. That's the big announcements. Not anything that really is exciting us too much, but anyways,
that's crazy because that's a lot of announcements.
Last tiny piece of news: Criterion announces a 40-film Blu-ray box set. Basically, the essentials. If you've never bought a Criterion before, just buy this. Save up for a couple of months and buy this because it's $640. Averages about $16 a Blu-ray. But it comes with everything that you would want as a film lover, as someone trying to get into the world cinema. It's got everything. So here's a kind of a little list right here. I mean, I'll just list them off. 8.5, Ace in the Hole, All That Jazz, Barry Lyndon being there, Bicycle Thieves, Do the Right Thing, Disco Friday, House, In the Mood for Love. I mean, you got everything. Night of the Living Dead, On the Waterfront, Persona, Ratcatcher, Tokyo Story.
Dude, it doesn't even have Silence of the Lambs.
Mama Tambien, Yee. So yeah, it's got a bunch of stuff. Night of the Hunter, which we've all seen and loved and did an episode on. So yeah, this is coming out.
Nate, how many of those do you already own?
At least half, probably.
Damn.
More than probably, yeah.
Yeah, and they're
do you like the idea of having them all in one pack, or do you like having them all stacked up next to each other on a shelf?
I love having them next to each other because it allows them to have their own individualness, and I can't justify spending $600 on a box. Like I spent $185 on my Bergman box, and that had 39 movies. So like, why is this one?
Yeah, why is it
600?
fucking 5 times the price? I mean, that seems
Yeah.
insane. I don't know.
Yeah.
And honestly, it's not a bargain to me that each movie's only $17. Like, no, zero. I mean, there's less than a 0% chance I would buy that ever in my life. But that's cool. Good for the Criterion lovers, right?
Like, it's
Sorry
awesome.
if I'm the villain, Lucas.
If this collection had all the movies in it, then I'd probably be fighting myself. But I looked through the whole list and I've seen probably close to 30 of them, and I own a lot of them. So it's like I can't justify it.
I don't think I own any of those. I own like 7 Criterions, and I don't think any of them are in that list. No.
But I love that they did it based on the closet videos that they do on YouTube, where they bring in people who make these movies and they get to pick them. And I like that they just went through those videos and were like, this person picked this and that. And so it's curated perfectly for cinema lovers.
Yeah, that's cute.
Yeah. Anyways, that's the movie news for you guys. That's what I got. So,
I mean, that's a lot of news. It's a lot of news. You know, we don't always have that much to talk about. I just think, like, gosh, it's just so much rehash stuff. It's like I went to the movies today. Every single trailer is for a sequel. I'm starting to get very frustrated with cinema these days. It's just like, please, for the love of God, can we get something like it's we got
we get new stuff all the
like,
time. Just it doesn't
what
make
about
any money.
My penguin friend. Did you see the trailer for that?
My penguin friend? You talking about the robot movie? Or
no, it's the guy
Robot
from
looks
Leon
great.
the Professional, Jay Reno, I think his name is, where he finds a penguin and becomes friends with it, and it remembers him over the years.
Oh, my penguin friend.
Yeah.
Oh,
I saw that trailer, and then I also saw.
Oh, that's cute.
What was the other trailer? It was also really bad. No, I'm not saying My Penguin Friend was bad, but I can't remember the other trailer.
I think
but
Wicked
like,
looks
why?
absolutely
That was it.
horrendous.
It was Wicked.
I mean,
yeah.
I am, I think, in the minority. I don't care for the Wizard of Oz. Sorry. I just don't care for the world, whether the movie's good or not.
I hear him knocking, Nate. I hear him knocking.
Let me in now.
You've upset him. He's coming out. He's coming. He's here.
About the Wizard of Oz.
All right. Fine. All right. Well,
So,
that's
yeah.
it for movie news. Let's get into Nate's choice, and we actually have a little jingle for you this week. Here we go.
Peter, thank you.
Debut
Peter live every week.
of
He's dropping
Nate's
it right
choice. Here we go.
Black and white, 1 or 2. It's Nate's choice. What you gonna do? Fight or flight, hot or cool. It's Nate's choice. Tell me what you gonna choose.
1 or 2, 1 or 2, 1 or 2, 1 or 2, 1 or 2.
Okay.
1 or
well,
2.
sorry.
Yeah, Nate's supposed to take over on that drop, but okay. Yep. Nate's choice.
That's crazy. That's crazy. So
What
what
you
are our
got?
choices? This is when you take over.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Yes. So last week, I was disappointed. Spencer figured out my choice before I was even able to read it. So
Don't be
this time I had to be original. And so this year, I thought we've had some good past years with movies. Why don't I figure out like some of the best years in film and kind of put them against each other?
Film? Wait a minute.
Yeah. And so I picked 2 years, and I picked 7 films from each year as just kind of a base that you can use to sway your choice. But this week's Nate's choice is the year 1979 versus 2007. So quite a big
I already know
gap.
what John's going to pick.
Wait,
I do
79? 79?
1979 or 2007.
I'll list the movies that I put. So, and I guarantee you've heard of them. So 1979, you got Apocalypse Now, Being There, All That Jazz, Alien, Kramer versus Kramer, Life of Brian, and The Warriors. 2007, You've got No Country for Old Men, Death Proof, Hot Fuzz, Spider-Man 3, Into the Wild, Zodiac, and There Will Be Blood. 2 huge years. Very, very big years. And I was looking at both of them going, I don't know what to pick for these. I'm just going to pick the biggest ones. Because there was some, like 2007 also had Ratatouille.
310 to Yuma. It's got Across the Universe, which doesn't. 28 weeks later, 2007. Nicolas Cage's Next with Jessica Biel. Nancy Drew
National
with
Treasure 2, Book of Secrets.
Nancy Drew, which I love. Freedom Writers with Hilary Swank.
I haven't seen that many movies from 1979, Nate. I'm looking on my letterbox right now. I filtered that year. I've seen Kramer vs. Kramer, Apocalypse Now, All That Jazz, Escape from Alcatraz, Being There, Alien, Mad Max, Life of Brian, The Brood, Salem's Lot, and Stalker, which I should probably.
So you've seen all but the Warriors.
Haven't seen Warriors. Haven't seen Rocky 2, Manhattan, Nosferatu, Star Trek, The Jerk. I mean, I'd have more movies to watch and catch up on if I picked this year. But 2007, looking at that list, I mean, you have Ratatouille, No Country for Old Men, Superbad, Zodiac, Harry Potter and the Half-Blood, Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, Hot Fuzz. You have I Am Legend,
1408,
Hot Rod, which is a guilty pleasure comedy, Trick or Treat, which is a fun little horror anthology, 310 to Yuma, which I love. I mean, I have more movies that I've at least seen, but it's also because I grew up. I was a kid in 2007, so I was able to watch more of these movies and have more nostalgia towards them. High School Musical too. So, woo! I mean,
so remember, whatever
like,
year you pick,
remove
the other year.
Exactly. So it's like,
here.
Is Hot Rod, Superbad, No Country for Old Men, Zodiac, is that worth saving for Apocalypse Now or All That Jazz?
You make a good point, Nate. You make a very good point there. I didn't really think about the fact that we're losing Alien and we're losing Apocalypse Now. Or we're not losing Alien.
There's
Alien
definitely more expendable 2007 movies than there are 1979. Like Kramer vs. Kramer, Apocalypse Now, All That Jazz, Alien. I'd keep all of those. But Jesus, like it sucked to lose No Country and Superbad because that was like that was fundamental for me, like discovering like movies and cinema at the time. So yeah, it's tough.
Damn, I don't know. You put me. This is actually a lot tougher than I thought it was, just due to that one point of the fact that we lose Apocalypse Now and these other like iconic films like Alien. Like without Apocalypse Now, without Alien, we probably don't have a lot of other iconic movies that came after that.
Because like, who knows what Ridley Scott would have done if he didn't make Alien, or Francis Ford Coppola when he did Apocalypse Now.
We also don't have Escape from Alcatraz, which came out in 1979, which is, I mean, we might lose Shawshank Redemption and some other prison movies potentially without having that one. So, you know, the way the cards fall here could actually change history as a whole in terms of film. So
it's a lot of years in between 79 and 2007. So yeah.
But I think the sole movie that makes it so I have to pick to keep 2007 is National Treasure: A Book of Secrets.
Oh, Jesus.
This is my biggest guilty pleasure franchise. And John Voight, this is a real, I don't want to feel like I'm joking, but like, I can't live without that franchise. I've seen National Treasure: Book of Secrets like 12 to 15 times.
But if you got rid of 1979, then who knows if these movies would even exist in 2007?
I can't connect the dots like that. I'm sorry, but like that's not fair to the like. Maybe somebody else would have made.
Maybe Francis Ford Coppola didn't have that many kids, and Nicolas Cage was never born.
Who knows, man? I don't know. I can't. 2007. Like you made a good point. This is when we grew up. Like,
Let me in now.
John, I'm
I
trying
didn't
to
think that's
sway you.
factual what I said, but yeah, still.
I'm keeping 2007. I'm sorry. That's just
Okay.
1408 is another really cool horror movie that I feel like I really enjoyed back in like 2012, 2013 when I actually watched it. I don't know. Just introduction to some Stephen King stories. 28 Weeks Later, I don't want to lose that. There's a lot of strong films here that I think I resonate with, even if they're not as good, more than like Alien and Apocalypse Now.
Okay. I will choose to restore and keep cinema history the way it is. So I'm going to stick with 1979 because if I keep that with all those movies still being made, then we'll most likely still get the same movies in 2007. So hopefully, like, we'll still be alive enough to watch those movies again in 2007. But maybe we'll get some alternative reality type of movies. Maybe Hot Fuzz is like Hot Buzz and just a bunch of drunk people.
Jerry Seinfeld is a
mix
bee,
of
but
the
live
world's
action.
end. Yeah, I don't know. So yeah, it could be fun. So I'll pick to save 1979 because then, like, who knows what kind of movies will come out in 2007. And maybe it'll be the same type of movies. Who knows? That's just semantics at this point. But I mean, Apocalypse Now, all that jazz, Alien being there, Mad Max, Alien and Mad Max are launched franchises that we still love to this day. I mean, we get a new Alien movie next week. We just had a new Mad Max movie. They were phenomenal. I've heard Alien Romulus is great. So, and Kramer versus Kramer. I mean, marital drama. I mean, you got to have it. You got to have it. So,
Yeah,
There's
you-
and
marital drama in
I could catch
2007.
up more on 1979 stuff. I'd have more to sit down and watch than 2007, I think. So, like, oh, now I'm seeing Microwave Massacres in 1979 and I'm regretting my choice. Regardless,
I mean, you'd
I'll
never be
save
able to watch
1979.
the game plan with The Rock anymore. So I just want you to know that you're erasing that from history.
Saw that twice in theaters and I'm fine with that.
We wouldn't have Paranormal Activity.
Well, who knows what we'd get in 2007? So all these movies are
But
still
you
made
can't
and
make
exist.
that argument one way or not the other way. That's not fair. You can't be like, oh, well, maybe we still would have had these movies. No, because that erases your whole argument saying, oh, if we don't have
2007
these
is in
movies
the future, John. So I don't know what's going to happen in 2007.
No.
There's a dude who's in here from. Oh, he's a
Who's
good
that?
boy. He's an Aussie and a golden.
Okay. Okay.
They're
welcome.
whining at the door, so I'm just letting them in. They
That's
don't
okay. They can
do
be
anything.
They
included.
just want to be with the people.
You should call
They're
yourself
girls.
M. Night Shyamalama Ding Dog now. Get it?
Nope, they're girls. They're sweet little girls.
All right,
So
so I'll
what's
say
your choice, then?
1979. John saves 2007. What's
Yeah,
your choice?
oh yeah, you got two. Oh, that's
Oh
cute.
yeah. Spencer, I'm agreeing with you. 2007. That's not 2007. Sorry, 1979. It's too much good. Like, Apocalypse Now is up there with one of my favorite war movies. Kramer versus Kramer made me cry. Being There was such a lighthearted, wholesome movie. The Warriors is awesome. So yeah, I'm going with 1979 because without these ones, who knows where movies would even be. The only thing I will say is I'll miss Zodiac and
No
yeah,
Country
really
for
only
Old Men.
Zodiac. At least out of the list that I have right here, I'd be upset not having Zodiac.
Harry
but
Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. Oh, Order of the Phoenix. I'm sorry, not Prisoner of Azkaban.
Oh,
the
that's probably
fifth
the worst
I was
one.
gonna say I thought
Yeah, never mind.
Prisoner of Azkaban was like 04.
Bridge to
or something.
Terabithia.
Oh, our lost
we didn't-
episode that
didn't
we
get
never
to do an
recorded. I don't
episode
think
on
when
it.
something happened.
All right. Well, good Nate's choice. Picking the
Harder
year.
than I
Thanks,
thought to
guys.
choose that. To be honest with you, at first I was like, "That's easy."
And thank you, Peter, for the theme song
Yeah,
Oh,
thanks,
yeah.
buddy.
because that was
good.
awesome.
Black and white, 1 or 2. It's Nate's choice. What you gonna do? Fight or flight, hot or cool. It's Nate's choice. Tell me what you gonna choose.
Toast and boot. Toast and boot. Everybody go.
One.
Toast and boot.
Gritty from the Philadelphia Flyers or Vanellope from Wreck-It Ralph.
Gritty.
All right.
Thank you.
Oh, sorry. Oh,
It's motherfucker. What? All right.
all right. Moving on to some new releases. Why don't we?
God, I have absolutely no rhythm. That's never gonna change. I can't do shit. See me on a dance floor, I'm like a brick wall. Okay. New releases, the segment where we talk about new releases. So essentially that means we go to the theater, we watch a movie at home that was released in that calendar span of 2 weeks, and then we go on the show and we give our thoughts on it and grades. And then we move on to another segment called Mainstream Trivia after that, and hope to finish the episode in an hour and 37 minutes.
Okay,
So,
yeah.
So yeah,
behind the curtain too. All right.
Yeah, let's give my quick thoughts on Borderlands before we go into the real movies that we want to talk about.
Borderlands.
It's absolute shit piss garbage bullshit fucking crap. I have never come so close to wanting to leave a theater and punch the attendant working at the counter for letting me in. It sucks. It's fucking terrible. Kate Blanchett should be absolutely ashamed of herself. I know that it's not really her fault. Kevin Hart looked like he wanted to put a bullet through his head every time he was on screen. And I hated it. It was terrible. The characters are hollow. It was a slap in the face being a theater goer. I'm ashamed with myself for going, and I hope to never experience something so terrible again. 0.5 star out of 5.
Wow.
It's really
essential level hate.
Really
right
fucking
there.
bad. Really awful bad movie.
That's crazy. I mean, I didn't have that much anticipation for it, but I was thinking, okay, maybe it could be fun. I mean, from the marketing, they were trying to kind of play off. It's like, oh, it's like a Guardians of the Galaxy type of adventure, space adventure.
Yeah.
And then I saw the reviews. Yeah, 9% Rotten Tomatoes, 49% audience score, like a 4.2 on IMDb. It's also going down as being one of the worst like box office bombs ever. Like, they made no money. He might have been like one of the only people to go see it. And yes, directed by Eli Roth. So
yeah, when I saw that at the end, I just put 2 middle fingers up. I was like, you son of a bitch. This is what you spent your time doing? Like, I mean, for the love of God, it's just there's been, because I think we've been kind of spoiled lately with like Fallout was really good, and like there's been other very solid video game to movie adaptations. Like, okay, there's hope now. Like, and then this piece of shit comes out, and it's like, what happened? You know, I thought we were on a good run here, and this is just, I mean, balls to the wall, the worst comic book movie or video game movie I've ever seen. I've never played the game, but it shouldn't matter. I don't need to play Dungeons and Dragons to go watch a movie that ends up being pretty good. It's just there's nothing here, absolutely nothing here of substance. Just piss and shit, and I hated it. So,
okay, well,
I don't have anything else to say about the movie.
Sorry that you went and saw it. I guess
it's fine. It's whatever.
I did tell you, like, don't go. But
I was in the car on the way when you said don't go. I'm like, well, Marty,
told
there.
Me your plan's too late. No, I could have saved you.
Too late.
Road to 150.
Apparently. All right. Well, let's talk about a movie that we've all seen, and that would be M. Night Shyamalan's latest film.
It's a trap. It's a trap.
Just called Trap.
Just called Trap. Black and white. It's a trap.
With Josh Hartnett.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we all went and saw this one. John, you just saw it this morning, so it's like the most fresh in your brain.
I did.
What were your expectations with this movie?
You know, as you all know, I think all of us are Shyamalama Ding Dong fanboys here. After being introduced to him with Jesus, Unbreakable back in 2000. Signs, Unbreakable, The Sixth Sense, blah blah blah. The Village, Old. You know, there's some hit or misses there. He's missed a lot, especially in the last decade. I didn't love Knock at the Cabin. And I'm like, okay, you know, Trap, that seems like a really cool concept, especially being someone who just went to a Taylor Swift concert. And imagine if there was a guy there that's also a serial killer, and there's this whole trap in place to get him at said concert. Really cool concept. So my expectations were pretty high, and they didn't disappoint.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. All right. Cool. Yeah. Nate, how's M. Night been for you lately, and what were your expectations going in?
Well, so I did not care for Old. I thought it was pretty hard to watch.
Yeah.
Knock at the Cabin. it had its moments where it was good, but overall, I don't know if I'll ever need to watch it again. I did love The Visit. And as far as like his trilogy with Glass, Unbreakable, and Split, good movies. I thought Glass at the end was just kind of not quite there. But going into this, I knew nothing really. I just saw M. Night Shyamalan, Concert, Josh Hartnett.
You didn't know like the little marketing thing that
Hartnett.
he was a serial killer and that the whole concept was. You didn't know that going into this movie.
Wait,
Nope.
really?
That's crazy because that's all over the marketing. Okay, cool. Damn.
Nope.
Because that's revealed right away in the
Yeah.
marketing.
Because
is that
It's the first like 30 seconds of the trailer. Yeah.
yeah, and I didn't watch any trailers.
That's
and I feel like if I'd watched the trailers, it would have just ruined the movie. Because like
In a way,
with
kind
M.
of.
Night movies, I'm expecting twists.
I think it would have been
and-
more fun to not know that he was the one that they were looking for. If you, because I mean, it is revealed within the first like 20-ish
Right away.
minutes. Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
it's not. It doesn't hold on to it for too long. But I think that's kind of cool that you saw it without knowing that. But
Yeah, he's like looking at the police a little too much, and
yeah,
Josh Hartnett that was a weird choice. Like he does at points play a really good like psychopath, but then some of the stuff with him being a dad, I was like, I don't really believe this. I feel like these two just met the first day on set, and they're like, all right, go shoot. It's like
him
No,
and
I
the
didn't-
daughter.
yeah, I didn't feel
Okay.
much chemistry.
I think that was the point, though, because he's trying to live a double life here. It's almost like Dexter, where he's like trying to enjoy like a connection with other human beings, when in reality, he doesn't feel that way at all. You know, it's like I
But
think
that,
he
like-
played that pretty well.
But that is his daughter, so he should still have some sort of emotional relationship, which they do kind of hint at as the movie goes, the way he cares. But
Yeah, you just
I
didn't
just-
feel that actually.
I totally
did.
I totally get what you're saying. I totally see. Yeah, I totally see that. I kind of loved how he was kind of overplaying the dad role a little bit at times. I just thought his performance, like, it's kind of all over the place, and I mean that as a compliment, because I mean he's just doing what M. Night's telling him to do, but he's handling a lot of like range with his character and his performance. Like, he has to hold a lot of things in, and you can kind of see it like boiling up, and you haven't really seen a performance like this from Josh Hartnett. He's kind of just been typecasted his whole career.
What does he even
So-
do? He's been in like random.
He's
like,
kind of just been
action
like the
movies
Hollywood
and whatever.
heartthrob for the start of his career with like Pearl Harbor and faculty, some other stuff that he's done. What else? He's in Sin City. He was in Black Hawk Down. He was in Oppenheimer.
So long ago. Okay.
40 Days and 40 Nights, which is kind of funny. He's in that too. So, and then he just kind of stopped acting for a while, and he is back working with M. Night. So I kind of liked his campy approach to the performance, but also I kind of loved the campy approach to the movie, because I didn't know what tone we were going to go with, because M. Night can be very intense and very thrilling, very creepy, very ominous, and also just B movie comedy in a way.
Yeah.
With his dialogue and the way he's directing some of those performers to say his dialogue, which I think was an example is him just dealing with his child and stuff, and like holding back and being like also like overdoing it at times in the dad role. But like once I kind of like accepted that this is what that movie was going to be, I had so much fun with it. And just the way M. Night is directing the film with the camera work is so fun.
So good. He's so good at that. That's his thing, man. Is just
So good with the camera, and like I was just in the editing too. Like there was a lot of moments too that was just kind of enhancing the tension and just cutting back and forth. Like there was one where just like looking down at the ground with like the reveal of like the guy coming out. So there's like some cool moments too. That being said, I don't know if I'd really want to rewatch this that many times. Like, it's not very rewatchable now that I've seen the whole thing. There really isn't that many twists and turns with the film. It's really just kind of
none.
and that's
Like,
fine. I mean,
literally
I'm
none.
glad-
a
and that's
little
okay.
bit.
Like, I'm glad Emma isn't just doing twists just for the sake of it. Like, he is just kind of focusing on just the story he wants to tell, which I'm glad he's doing. But my biggest issue, I think, with the movie was his daughter's performance. When she has to actually say dialogue and act opposite of Josh Hartnett, I was taken out of the movie, and I was just like,
wow,
I'm not buying this. And like she's in like the house towards the end, like on the phone. I just thought her performance was just not there, and it just took me out of the film a little bit, and I just didn't sense any danger at all. So I was a little let down in that aspect, just because like he just cast his daughter. She's great. The music was great. That those original songs.
You're talking about the girl that's the singer.
Yeah.
Okay, because you're talking about the daughter right after that. He's talking about.
Sorry, I'm Lady Raven. Yes,
Yeah,
M. Night's actual daughter. That's what I'm trying to say. Yes. Okay. So that stuff took me out of it, but overall, I had a lot of fun with this movie. It was campy and cheesy, and just a little different than what I thought it was going to be. So I had fun with it.
I really, really enjoyed myself, and I think maybe it had something to do with the fact that the first screening I went to at 10:30 a.m. there was an issue with the projector, and I went outside and I'm like, something's wrong with your projector. It's flickering the whole time, and no one else notices except me. I'm not crazy. So I left the movie and went to a different showtime, and then I was even anticipated even more because I had seen the first 10 minutes already, and I really liked it. I think that just the tension they're able to create, like you are so like claustrophobic, like you're stuck in his head, and like it just keeps cutting to all the places he's looking throughout the theater, like because he knows what's going on after like the first 10-15 minutes. He knows they're on to him, and he's like looking at other men that are getting apprehended and questioned, and he's seeing possible escape routes, and he's trying to also just like keep his daughter at bay the whole time. And it was just very tension filled and entertaining, I thought. And I thought at one point it was gonna like they were gonna be in the arena the whole time, and then I think they do have kind of minor twists when they do end up leaving that, and his family gets involved, and he does kind of keep getting away, and I'm like, okay, this is getting a little bit ridiculous now, to the point where he keeps slipping through the cracks with FBI officers everywhere. But it ends up, it's kind of humorous at the same time. So I just really love the
funny,
balance of tones they went with in this movie. So I really liked it. I thought it was a ton of fun. I think just compared to the other movies he's come out with in the last couple of years, it felt like a return to his roots a little bit.
It felt very different though to me than anything else. But Nate, what did you think of this?
I did not really care for it.
Okay.
As it got towards the end, I thought they were just tacking on so much, like trying to keep the story going.
Sure.
He was creepy, but as far as a dad, I didn't think he was very believable. But the one thing I did appreciate was he would listen in on the police radio that he steals and hear this criminal profiler basically saying exactly his situation. So I thought that was a fun little like wink wink. The guy knows what's going on. But there was some things that he did that were just like, what dad would logically be like, oh, I wonder what's down there. If my dad said that to me, I would have been like,
that's how she reacted though.
But she was like, Dad, you're acting so weird. Like, what is wrong with you? And even like immediately when she sees the mom, like, that's acting weird. Like, what the fuck?
That's why I like that part of it, because he's actually like he's struggling to be normal. That it was like, okay,
it's like
that's how this person would act if he's a serial killer that dismembers people with his daughter at a Taylor Swift concert. You're like, you know what I mean? Like I thought it worked. I can understand how it would seem campy and off and not done well, but yeah.
Well, let's just rip the Band-Aid off. I mean, this movie is campy. It is a funny, cheesy, campy ride. And if you didn't, I guess, expect that, I didn't expect that. I could see it catching people off guard for sure. I mean, it's got a 2.9 on Letterboxd. It's got a 54% critical score with a 64 audience. So, I mean, it's not getting like the best reviews for M. Night at all. It's kind of, I mean, for M. Night, it's doing pretty okay.
His movies are usually very split.
Knock at the Cabin, I think, was critically well received, and I like that one a lot. Like, he is doing different stuff now. Because at times, like, he was kind of just pigeonholed and just like, oh, it's a M. Night Shyamalan movie with a really interesting concept, and just like, what's the twist going to be? What's the twist? Oh, there's the twist. That's cool. All right. That was kind of a weird movie, though. It was like weird dialogue and weird performances, but I roll with it. And now he's just doing crazy weird stuff, which is kind of fun. I mean, this is the first movie he's done under the Warner Brothers umbrella. He's been doing so many movies with Universal. Did a Blumhouse movie with The Visit. Now he's doing stuff with Warner Brothers, and he's doing original stuff. So I champion it. I respect it. I didn't need his cameo as the concert security guy.
You knew it was coming. You knew it was coming.
Waited for it to happen, and then of course he has like a little extended role.
Did you notice a few other little tidbits that he put in there? There was one shot where you could see the banner for the Watchers in the background.
No, I didn't see that. No,
the movie that his other daughter directed that came out this year.
Yeah.
So he has this whole Shyamalama verse where like everything takes place in Philadelphia. It's just like I don't know. I just feel the vibes, and I love being in his universe. Like I just see like okay. Bruce Willis from Unbreakable is probably down the street somewhere doing something else as this is happening. You know, it's like something about it. I just love what he's able to create.
I would have loved Bruce Willis to pop up in this movie
because that's his
security
job.
Guard.
Yeah, right.
When he walks by Josh Hartnett, he goes, and then it's just them duking.
Bro,
yeah, Josh Hartnett's trying to leave, and Bruce Willis is trying to catch him. That would be
crazy.
Sick.
Becomes a different movie at that point. Yeah. Oh my god,
you can't do that.
The third act twist that could have happened.
Exactly. Like he could have like made it out of the building, almost gets there, and then a security guard grabs his arm, and he looks, and it's Alzheimer's.
It's Bruce Willis.
And then from then on, we're following Bruce Willis trying to catch him and bring him down. Yeah,
bro, you're telling me M. Night never thought of that?
Yeah,
like he never crossed his mind that he's at an arena.
It's too late now.
Then
I know he's doing original stuff. He's trying to develop his own universe,
and it wouldn't work because it's modern day and they have cell phones, and Bruce Willis is dead. So
yeah, the standouts for me, the cinematography. I thought the editing was really fun. Just the movie itself was campy and cheesy and just kind of a goofy ride, and I appreciated it for what it was. Not the best movie, not his best by any means, but it's probably one of his most fun movies, I would say. Like I initially said I probably wouldn't rewatch it. I take that back. I would probably rewatch this movie. Who knows? Maybe we'll get a sequel. Not that we need one, but who knows? So I'll just go ahead and grade it. I gave it a 3.5 out of 5. I really enjoyed this one.
Pretty high.
So yeah. I had a ton of fun with it. So I enjoyed myself the whole time, and it was an hour and 45 minutes. Went by super fast for me. So, and I do agree though, like it did have kind of like the Return of the King ending, where it's just like I thought it was going to end, and it kept going. Thought it was going to end, kept going.
Yeah.
And then I was like,
he's caught here for sure. Really? And then he's gone. And then he's like, oh, definitely this time. Nope.
But I kept rolling with it because every time a new thing would happen, Josh Hartnett's performance would get even wackier and get even a little more sinister, a little bit more darker. At one point, he just takes his shirt off and has the whole conversation like with his wife.
Yeah. Why did he take his shirt off? Because he wanted to. He was going to kill her, and then he wants to.
So yeah. So regardless, it was a fun ride for me. So 3.5 out of 5. I enjoyed it.
I approve.
Okay. I'll make another bubbly. Continue
on. Nate, what are your final thoughts on this movie before I give my more positive response, I think, overall?
Okay, yeah. So I'll just the grade 2.5 out of 5. And I think it's probably because I'm expecting M. Night Shyamalan to have a twist. I think this movie could have benefited from it. Like maybe hint that he's the killer, and then towards the end it's not, or something. And it wasn't that surprising. Like I'm watching it, he's looking like, oh, what's all the police here? And then the minute the first thing of dialogue is there's a killer here, I knew it was him. So I was like, what am I supposed to be excited about? Him escaping? I was more excited about the shirt vendor guy and his relationship with Josh Hartnett. And
did you see the after credit scene?
Oh, of course. But yeah, no, 2.5 out of 5. I liked the end more because you started to see him kind of really embrace the camp and how he was just clever enough to get out of these spaces. And even towards the end, it leaves it open for interpretation on what's going to happen. But just some of his dialogue and some of the shots, I was just like, what kind of movie am I watching? But you know, he hits some, he misses some. But 2.5. I might try to rewatch it. Maybe not. Who knows?
Fair enough. I had a ton of fun with it, as I've already said, but I really like what he did. I think it was a change of pace and a return to form in terms of just delivering a good movie, a well articulated story, something that's fun, something with a character that's engaging, somebody that you can kind of not resonate with, but you can hate this character. And it's also really interesting to be kind of stuck in their head as they're trying to go through this really tension filled situation. I like Josh Hartnett. I thought his daughter, the child actor, was very good in this movie. And I don't know, it just felt very current. Like, imagine this at a Taylor Swift concert these days. It was just like, that's kind of crazy. This would be a really insane news story if this came out, But yeah, I had a lot of fun with it. I actually have this as my number 4 of the year right now.
Whoa.
Which is kind of crazy. I have it right here as my number 4.
Deadpool and Wolverine at number 5.
What are you talking about?
I'm dead serious. I really liked this movie.
I am okay at number 10. I haven't even seen your list.
Hey, leave Dakota Johnson alone. She's sad.
Marmalade in your top 50. What the Okay, well,
what is this list?
This is insane.
This is my top movies of 2024. Come on, you guys.
I saw the TV Glow was high for you.
I liked it a lot.
Civil War is 7.
Damn,
yeah.
Oh
bro.
man, that's my number 3.
Yeah, I mean,
I wouldn't even put Trap in the top 50%.
I really liked it.
How many movies?
I originally
66 movies.
66 movies. I initially gave Trap a 4.5 out of 5.
Whoa.
Yeah.
You really liked it, dude.
I had it at 2, and then I was like, whoa.
That's fine. That's great, dude. I really enjoyed it, dude.
it.
I had fun with it. I thought it was campy, cheesy, goofy fun, and yeah,
I just
reminded me of just a modern day little Hitchcock movie with some humor. So
yeah. See, fun. Anyway,
okay,
cool. Moving on to the next film that we watched this weekend. Did we all see this?
Nate has not seen this.
Okay.
It is Cuckoo with Hunter Schafer. Obviously, John and I will do our best not to give away anything like plot wise beyond the IMDb.
It doesn't matter. Go ahead. Do what you got to do.
But here's what I'm saying is, if you want to go in completely blind, completely just with no knowledge of the movie, I do probably recommend headphones out until we wave you back. But it's up to you. You can stick around or you can just take 5. But because this is a weird fucking movie. I don't know if he left or did we kick him?
No, I didn't look like he his headphones out, so I figured we could just move Nate for now.
Okay,
you can go hang out with.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Cuckoo, Hunter Schafer.
Yeah, you know me, man. Big Hunter Schafer fan ever since she kind of started out in Euphoria. She's really, really, really talented. She has just a very unique look about her, and seeing her pop up in a horror movie, I saw this trailer a good 20 times. I mean, I'm not exaggerating. I go to movies a lot, and they play this trailer every single time. I'm not seeking these out. They just play, and I sit there and watch them. So it looked like campy and kind of 70s, 80s horror vibes, and just different. She's kind of in this secluded area up in Germany, alone, and everybody's acting super weird around her, and it seemed like it was going to be a really cool, freaky movie. And it kind of is. It's different. It's different.
Very different. Yeah. So I have not seen the trailer as many times as you, for sure. I mean, I saw maybe a minute of the teaser. Basically all I remembered was Hunter Schafer. She was on a bike. It was at nighttime. She was listening to music, and she looked at her shadow and saw a hand reach out, and she looked behind, and this woman in a trench coat with red eyes was with her hand sticking out, was running towards her. And I'm like, that looks creepy. I'm in. I'm sold. I remember I saw that this movie premiered at a festival, and it had very strong word of mouth, a strong reaction, saying that this one was one to watch when it comes out. So I had it on my radar, and when I saw that this had a wide release this weekend, I was like, all right, well, Cuckoo, I think we should all check it out. And
Yeah.
Nate's trying to see it. I think it is playing nearby, so he will check it out at some point. But I think the less you know about this movie, the more of a ride it'll be, because this was by far one of the craziest, wackiest, weirdest movies I've seen all year. I've seen almost 90 films of 2024.
Wow.
This is
Already
by
90.
far takes the cake as like the most bizarre.
And we saw Long Legs, and
that's
we're
not
saying
Long
this is
Legs.
the
This
most,
is
you know
something
what I
very
mean? Like,
different. I mean, and you mentioned
yeah.
like it's kind of that like European horror feel. 100%. It feels like
Yeah.
a very European horror movie that kind of
Doesn't it?
goes all out at times. What?
It feels not really, but like in terms of just like the confusion because she's like a fish out of water, like kind of like Midsummer in that aspect where it's like, what am I doing here? What's going on? And you're kind of following her, and like
Yeah.
everybody else seems to not be bothered by the situation, but she is like, what the fuck?
Sure. Yeah.
You know?
It's got that feel. Absolutely.
Um,
And constantly as an audience member, and I mean, I'm sure you could testify, we'll see, but I was pretty confused throughout the movie. Like trying to figure out what was happening and what was going on. Like I was trying to, I felt like I was really paying attention.
mhm.
And then I felt like a few things just went over my head. I was like, wait a second, what's happening here? And then once I really kind of like settled in and I understood what was happening, I'm like, oh my God, this movie is insane. Like I didn't expect this movie to go in this direction. I'm being very vague on purpose.
Yeah,
Uh,
it's hard to not. I mean, we're not going to reveal anything if you're listening, but it,
the villain on if you're watching on YouTube, on the top banner of John's page that he has, there's a woman in a trench coat. She is terrifying in the movie. The sound design of the villain, the look of her, crazy scary.
Yeah.
And anytime she was on screen, it was terrifying. And Hunter Schafer gave a really good performance. And I think this movie does work really well for a rewatch. Now that I know exactly what happened with kind of a very over-explained exposition dump third act, I feel like rewatching this could be a little bit more fun than the confusing, frustrating first time watch where I'm really trying to piece everything together and stay ahead of it. I wasn't able to do that. So props to the movie. So good on it. But it's a ride. It's weird.
It's a very like a Cure for Wellness-esque where it's like, what's going on? And like, I agree with you. I had it in my review where it's like they do kind of throw a ton of exposition at you at the very end to explain everything if you weren't paying attention throughout. But it's
and I felt like I was too, but
I was too. I had a dude that fell asleep next to me snoring during the movie, and he was 3 beers deep 20 minutes in.
Jesus.
It's like, bro, and they're $13 beers, and you're gonna pay to go see a movie, pay $13 per beer, and then fall asleep and not watch the movie
I
on a
saw
Thursday?
it in an empty theater, so I don't know how that's going to be for box office, but it could just be my area. Who knows?
I feel like this movie's not gonna make a ton of money. Because I like just from people that I know that have seen it that aren't moviegoers, they didn't like it.
Oh, okay, cool.
So there is that perspective, and I was like, do I like this? I don't know. It's just I didn't know. Again, it was kind of confusing. There were like some genuinely horrifying shots and sequences, like the one that you mentioned about the bike. Most of the scary shots are in the trailer, and I don't think there were that many more beyond that. Like,
No.
other than that, it was almost just her getting kind of like pissed off at her dad and Dan Stevens being weird, and her sister being strange. They kept cutting to this like shot of people's throats vibrating, and that's kind of the weirdness about it, like trying to figure out what's going on here. What is that in relation to? What's causing this?
Yeah.
So it's strange. It's intriguing. Hunter Schafer's fantastic. I just
An odd choice for a wide release. Like, it definitely feels like a very kind of underground, word of mouth, build out, kind of a slow rollout type of movie. But this one was just like plastered everywhere and just like, hey, good luck, have fun, go see this movie. It's everywhere.
Like, do they think that like because nobody knows who Hunter Schafer is? Nobody knows who Dan Stevens is. It's
Dan
like
Stevens been in a lot recently, but yeah, I mean, I just feel like general audiences are just going to be like, what did we go see today? This is insane. And that's kind of fun. So I'll just give my grade. I went It's a very modest 3 out of 5. I definitely would be curious to rewatch it. I probably would love to like rewatch it with some people that have never seen it before, just kind of show it to them, and then I can kind of rewatch and try to piece together some more things. I think that'd be kind of fun. It's got a creepy atmosphere, creepy vibe, really strong lead performance with Hunter Schafer, great cinematography, some intriguing concepts and ideas. Maybe the execution isn't exactly on par with the concepts, but anyways, it's still a fun movie, and I think it's worth checking out at some point, whether it's in theaters or on streaming. It's unique and original, so props to it. 3 out of 5, fresh.
My friend Mike just happened to text me right now, reiterating the fact that the movie was so bad you just love Hunter Schafer. So yeah, I mean, maybe I do, and maybe that's driving my grade up. But I actually agree with you in terms of the grade. I gave it a 3 out of 5. It's just
okay.
It's pretty far down my list right now. I was a little disappointed. I just loved the vibes the trailer was giving, and it was just too weird. I don't know, and I like weird movies, but they have to hit me a certain way for me to like actually be like, wow, that was actually like a really good movie, like Hereditary. I'm like, that was fucking crazy. This one, it was like, it seemed like I'd kind of seen this before, but in a different way. So yeah. Anyway, Hunter Schafer, you get a 3 out of 5.
Okay.
All right. Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
That was Cuckoo. Nate, it is playing nearby or at
Cuckoo.
your local theater. So
Yeah.
do you think you might check it out at some point? Do you think you might wait until it comes out on like Amazon or Shudder?
If I get a day off, I'll definitely check it out if it's there. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, from the trailer I saw it looked creepy. I was like, I saw just this woman following Hunter Schafer, and her face looks creepy, and that's all I really know about it. So I would definitely check it out for sure.
I'd be very curious to know your thoughts on it because it is weird. All right, moving on. We got some trivia.
Oh boy,
we got
get it,
the Mainstream Boy and Little Debbie
Ducky trivia.
rematch, baby.
The rematch.
Ooh,
Because
yeah.
last episode, Nate and John went head to head. Nate had horror movies. John had coming of age movies.
Do I need to keep track again? I'll keep track.
Nate won. Nate was the winner, so it's the rematch. John's going to try to beat Nate. If Nate wins again, Nate takes a break from trivia. Maybe DuelaDudes comes back, or he hosts. So
Nate has been killing it lately. I don't know if he's
the most modest. He's the most shy when it comes to it. He's like, I'm not going to get any right. I don't know any movie trivia. I'm horrible. Then he just crushes and takes his big dick and fucking flops.
And Nate, I feel like you've won like the last like 4 or 5 of these that you've been competing in.
Guys, stop! Just,
I'm not.
Right, well,
I'm as good as both of you. We're all in this together.
Shut up. Okay, let's do this.
We're all in this.
No, we're enemies. No.
Hey, I won my first Clash of the Champions with that song, so you better have some respect.
And you know what? I was rooting for you. I not for that one, but I made a winner champion banner before you even competed, knowing you were going to win.
All right. Well,
So
let's get into this. It's Ducky Trivia.
Do you have the answer for what I'm about to ask?
It's Ducky's trivia question.
Wait a minute. Is this new?
No, we had that from like
Wait, what?
A couple years ago.
Wait.
It was an old segment when I asked a trivia question before we got into an episode.
Oh,
We should have a trivia jingle for each of us. So like if Nate's doing it, it's like, it's Little Debbie's trivia, bro.
I mean, you could do it. I'm sure Pete would
Why
love
not?
to do it. All right.
Can I do it as Marcel?
I went ahead.
Little Debbie trivia. Little Debbie trivia.
Jenny Slade's a guest star.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah, sorry.
So I went ahead and pre-selected a bunch of categories on a wheel, and I've already pre-selected your categories. We have a video recording proving that I did not cheat. I did not like choose a category for you guys. You can see the results in the corner. It says 0. I've done it 0 times.
I believe you. I
Interesting.
believe you.
We have
John's
new
the one
releases.
that's conspiracies.
We have new releases. Famous
I have worked
directors.
those before.
Shut your mouth. Going over the categories. We have new releases. Famous directors. Animated. Famous actors. Oscar winners. Classics. Box office. And comic book movies. Okay.
All right.
Those are the categories that you guys are going to potentially be competing for in this Duckies trivia. So let's see. The first spin, I think, is John. And the second spin, I think, is Nate. I have a note theme that I kept track of in the video. So here we go. We're going to play it now. Here we go.
Okay, here we go.
So I clicked the spin. Here we go. We clicked it. Oh, it's spinning. Here we go. Wonder what John's going to get. What's John going to get? He's going to get new releases.
Sure this isn't rigged? I don't know.
100%. New releases.
New releases. So if I had gotten classics, you wouldn't have spun again?
100% not. You would have had to stick with classics. And then Nate, second spin.
No way.
It is famous actors.
Okay.
All right. Famous actors. So those are the two categories that you guys should be competing in. So John's going to have new releases. So I had to come up with all these questions myself because the document ends at 2016. So I had to come up with all these myself. Nate, I came up with a lot of them myself. Some are from the document. So hopefully you didn't look. But those...
I do have a quick question.
No, God, no.
What?
Would famous actors also include actresses or
yes.
Okay.
Yes, John.
Okay, well, I
don't think Spencer is like that. He includes all.
He didn't.
So we're gonna play kind of with the same rules as last time with like at first to 7. Was that what it was, or first to 10? I don't.
It was
first to 7. Oh, was it first to 10?
I think it was first to 7. Then we pushed to 10. I
have 10 marks down.
And then one of you gets the question wrong. I go to the other person for a steal. All right.
If you have enough to go first to 10, I am all in for that.
We'll see. Let's try first to 7, like I said, and if we have enough, we'll go to 10.
Okay.
Yikes. Okay.
Here we go, baby.
Who's going first?
Johnny boy, go for it, boss.
The loser? Right. I feel like the winner should go first now.
No, the winner gets to choose, and I say you go first.
The power of choice. I see.
All right, John. New releases.
That's me.
This one, I'm gonna start you off with an easy one. At least this should be an easy one, okay? All right.
Okay, what if it's not? Then I'm really worried.
Who wrote and directed the film The Holdovers?
Oh. Do I get a multiple choice or do I just have to guess?
Oh,
okay.
Who wrote and directed it?
Was it Alexander Payne?
Alexander Payne.
Oh, let's go.
That is correct. God. Alexander Payne. Okay, starting off with a little easy one. That's fine. Okay.
Easy? I almost didn't get that.
Alexander Payne?
I didn't know that, so I
thought I got that. Holy crap.
Okay. Nate. Question for you.
Yes.
Which actor has appeared in the following franchises? James Bond, Lord of the Rings, and Star Wars.
Somebody's playing with a squeak toy in the background.
And that's totally acceptable.
Distracting me.
James Bond, Star Wars, and Lord of the Rings?
Yes. What actor appeared in all 3 franchises?
God, I can't pull anyone. I don't have anyone. Genuinely.
No guesses?
No, nothing. I've got nothing.
Star Wars, Lord of the Rings, and James Bond?
Yes.
I
think I'll wait until you guess, I guess, to give another hint.
Liam Neeson.
Liam Neeson.
Okay. Damn.
No. He also portrayed a Universal classic monster.
I've got nothing. Genuinely.
All right.
Help me.
It was Christopher Lee. Christopher Lee. Yep. He was Sauron. In Star Wars, he was Count Dooku. And the other franchise, James Bond, I think he was one of the villains.
Damn, I knew it was going to be one of the villain guys. I was going to say Murphy.
And then he was Dracula. So, all right, that's fine. All right, back to John for another question for you.
Okay.
What was not a Sundance film in the last few years?
Ooh.
Multiple choice. Talk to Me, Judas and the Black Messiah, Past Lives, Late Night with the Devil. What was not a Sundance
Judas
film?
and the Black Messiah, Past Lives, or Late Night with the Devil. I'm gonna go. Jeez, man. Judas and the Black Messiah. Fuck.
Nate for a steal.
I missed the choices. I'm sorry.
What was not a Sundance film in the last few years? A. Talk to Me. 2. Judas and the Black Messiah. 3. Past Lives. 4. Late Night with the Devil.
I'm gonna go with Past Lives.
Late Night with the Devil is the one
I was between that and Judas.
I
thought
Talk to
it was
Me,
too obvious.
Judas, and Past Lives were all Sundance movies. Late Night with the Devil was not. I think it was a South by Southwest premiere.
We both missed. All right, so
Both
Nate,
missed.
you
Thought
get
it was
right
too
and
obvious.
tied again.
All good. Back to Nate for famous actors. All right, Nate. What actor teamed up with Robin Williams to star in the 2009 comedy Old Dogs?
I've got no clue. I've never even heard of that movie. So
You've never heard of
pass.
this movie?
So pass.
Jesus. All right, John. The Disney classic Old Dogs.
Was it
2009.
I think this is my friend Gabby's favorite movie.
That's embarrassing.
It's either that or Wild Hogs, and I get those two mixed up a lot. Old Dogs and Wild Hogs. Is it who? It's Robert De Niro?
Robin Williams.
Oh.
What actor starred alongside Robin Williams in the 2009 comedy Old Dogs?
Tim Allen. Fuck.
Back to Nate. I'm gonna give you another hint. This actor was in Pulp Fiction.
Oh, I know the answer.
Samuel L.
Wait.
Jackson.
Wait. John Travolta? Oh, holy shit.
Boo. John Travolta. Yep.
I'm trying to see him in my mind. Who the fuck
Okay.
was it?
All right, John, you got 2. Nate's got 0, I think. Is that what we got for a score?
2-0 right now.
Back to Nate though for new release question.
No,
It's back to John.
Yeah.
That's what I'm sorry, that's what I meant. Back to John for new release question. This wouldn't work for you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it.
Don't even think about it.
It's kind of a stupid question, but fuck it. All right.
Good.
Question. John.
Drive on stupid.
What was Nate's favorite movie of 2022?
Oh, I like that question.
I don't even know. So
I like that question a lot.
I have multiple choice. All right.
Wait. If I guessed it without multiple choice, can I get 2 points?
No. You'll get a point.
All right, give me multiple choice then.
All right.
Because I think I know the answer.
A. Glass Onion, A Knives Out Mystery. 1. Oh, sorry. B. The Menu. C. Pearl. D. Decision to Leave.
I would have gotten it without multiple choice. It's The Menu. I wasn't sure if that was 2023 or 2022, but I was going to say The Menu.
I even went back into the podcast to make sure that it was The Menu.
Yep.
just look at my list.
Because Glass Onion, I think, is number 2 or number 3. It's very high up there.
Nate, question for you. All right, John, 3-0. Okay.
Yep.
Nate, get on the board here. Which famous actress changed her name from Norma Jean Mortensen?
Marilyn Monroe.
There we go. He's on the board.
Norma Jean Mortensen. What a fucking name. Was she Jewish? That's a very Jewish name. It sounds.
Because Elton John, when he sings "Candle of the Wind," it's "Goodbye, Norma Jean." He sings that about Marilyn Monroe.
Wow, I love that's
All right.
That's great. Okay.
Back to John. In Tenet, what is the code word used by the protagonist to gain access to the secret operations?
I don't get multiple choice. Let's just figure it out. What? I've seen it one time. It's not even really a new release. It's like 8 years old at this point.
Oh.
What's the question again?
In Tenet, what was the code word used by the protagonist to gain access to the secret operations?
Open.
Nate for a steal?
This is a trick question because it's Tenet.
Oh my god!
It's Tenet.
I'm sitting there thinking about it, and I'm like,
good fucking
oh,
pull.
wait a minute. That's why it's yeah.
All right, 2-3. Nate's catching up. Here we go.
Why would I know that? If it what? Okay, fuck. That's annoying.
Okay, John, back to you.
Nope, Nate.
Nate, back to you. Sorry.
It's because they're steals.
Yeah,
It keeps
yeah,
bouncing
it's
it
those
back.
Which actor plays the role of Phil in the Hangover movies?
Ed Helm? Fuck.
It's Bradley Cooper.
4-2. Damn. All right. Back to John.
Okay, here we go.
Question. Fly Me to the Moon was directed by Greg Berlanti, who created the entire CW comic book universe such as The Flash, Green Arrow, and Supergirl. But he's only directed 2 other films. Name one of them.
Oh my god.
One came out in 2018, one came out in 2010.
I, Tanya.
No.
What's the director's name again? I'm sorry.
Greg Berlanti, the creator of The Flash, Supergirl, Green Arrow, the whole CW universe. He's only directed like 3 movies in existence.
Oh God.
We've all seen the one that came out in 2018.
That's what I'm trying to.
God.
It could be anything.
Crap.
Like I have no idea.
It literally
could be any
could be, and I
2018
can't-
movie.
I don't know anything from 2018 off the top of my head.
And we've all seen it. You said. Okay.
Yes.
Uh,
It even has a TV show spinoff.
okay. Well, you can't tell him that now. That's not fair.
I don't have any confidence in you guys right now, so throwing it out there.
God,
like an aneurysm.
I've never heard of this guy, so yeah,
All
I
right.
don't know.
Love Simon or Life as We Know It. Those are the 2 movies that he has
Love
directed in the past.
I didn't even know
All
that
right.
had a TV show.
It's all good. So, still 4-2. 4-2.
Back to Nate.
Back to Nate. Here we go. Let's see here. Which actor has been nominated for the most Oscars without a win? There's an actor and an actress. You can name either one.
Without a win.
They've been nominated for the most Oscars without a win.
They both. Is it
I'm
the
gonna
same
tr-
number? Oh well.
I don't have a number for him now, but
Okay.
a bunch.
Do I have to get both of them or just one?
Just one. There's an actor and an actress. If you get one of them, you get the point.
Bradley Cooper?
I mean, I guess technically now that is correct.
Wait a minute.
If it's not, don't give it to me.
I think this question has to do with the most acting nominations because Bradley Cooper's been nominated all over for like producer and writing, and I think he got not directing. I don't think he has as many acting nominations as these 2.
The category is famous actors.
Yeah.
I mean, whatever. It's fine. If it is, well, then you'd have to be like, okay, what actor / director has the most nominations without a win?
So this actor has been nominated 8 times in a leading role or supporting role and hasn't won. Actually, all leading roles, and he has not won. Let's see what the actress, how many she has. 8 Oscar nominations.
8 and 8.
So Bradley Cooper has like 10 or 9 or so, but I think only like 4 actual acting. So
do I still have
8 and 8? Yes, you can do another guess because Bradley Cooper I think doesn't qualify.
Glenn Close.
Wow, nice guess.
Glenn
dude.
Close has been nominated for 8 Oscars.
That poor woman.
Yep.
What was the man?
Peter O'Toole.
Oh, that would have been a rough pull for me because I only know him from Lawrence of Arabia and Troy.
Okay. So 3-4. Nate, you're catching up?
Yeah, he's catching up. 3
Okay.
or 4. I was gonna say like Amy Adams.
Back to John for a new release type of question. Okay.
Okay.
John. In Halloween Ends, evil is transferred to a new character. What was that character's name?
Oh my god. Look at Nate. He's so happy. It's a guy. I mean,
Lucas
it's a dude.
and I talk about this guy all the fucking time too.
What? It's a dude. I don't know his name. Benjamin.
Nate for a steal.
Corey.
Oh my god.
Corey.
That's fine. Like what? Who's
4-4.
Corey?
4-4. Back to Nate. Famous actors and actresses. Question. What Oscar-nominated actress appears as Nurse Brenda in Catch Me If You Can?
Nurse Brenda. I don't remember that role from Catch Me
One of
If
the
You Can.
girlfriends. Oscar-nominated actress.
Carrie Mulligan.
Rachel McAdams.
Fuck! Damn
it! Could have sworn it was Rachel McAdams.
I have worked with this actress. That's the hint.
Oh.
Then to
Sienna Miller.
John for your steal. Last
Amy
chance.
Adams. Oh,
Amy Adams.
Amy Adams and Rachel McAdams. Fuck you both. You're so
Yes.
similar, and I can't figure it out.
Yes, Amy Adams. John for that necessary steal because
Needed
you
that.
know 5-4.
5-4
Okay.
question for me. Try to get my lead back here.
Back to John. Okay. What was the name of Chris Hemsworth's character in Furiosa?
My favorite movie of the year. I feel like I should know this. I have no idea. I mean, Falcor. No. Nate knows it. Come
Nate
on,
for a
there's no
steal.
way.
What do you got? What do you got?
There's no way.
Is it Dementus?
Wow, that's crazy, bro.
Dementis. Yeah, good steal. Nate now
I didn't know if
the lead.
Tie game.
Oh, tied. 5-5.
Dementis,
Shit.
bro.
I didn't know if that was the mask guy, but I remembered his name's like Joe something, and so I was like, okay, I'm confident with this.
I thought it was I am Furiosa, me. I am.
Oh, okay.
I'm
But it
Furiosa.
gets
I am
one.
Furiosa, not you, me.
Fucking gotta kill myself. All right. Next
Hey, you
question.
chose the question.
Famous actors and actresses. Here we go. Nate, question. Which actor has the following films on their credits? 2005's King Kong, Shark Tale, and Ice Age.
Jack Black, bro.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Jack
Yeah,
Black.
Jack Black.
Yeah.
All right, 6-5. John, back to you.
Okay, I knew it was Jack Black too. Fuck. I hate when I
What?
know his and he gets it.
He's the camera guy.
Yeah, he is.
What film was the biggest box office bomb in 2023? What lost the most amount of money for the studios?
Give me one thing. Can answer me this one. Tell me if you can answer this. Is it live action or animated? You can't tell me? That seems unfair. I feel like you've given other hints for other questions that were
Not for the first round. I'll give a hint on the second round if I need to. And then that's it. If you both get that question, if you both get this question wrong, I'll at least answer that question for you.
Strange Worlds.
I don't remember if this was 2023 or 2022, but I'm gonna say Black Adam.
I think that is 2023.
It
Hang
was
on.
live action, and John guessed the right studio.
Yeah, studios don't help for me.
Strange World was Disney.
Um,
Not to say
Well-
this is a live action like Disney movie, just this is under Disney's umbrella.
Little Mermaid.
That made a lot of money.
They shouldn't have. It's bad.
Nate, for the
Oh, no.
last type of guess here.
I don't really. See, I don't go into Disney movies that much, but
Don't think it's an actual Disney movie.
Well, no, but I'm thinking.
Could be Marvel, could be Star Wars, could be
Oh,
something
well,
else.
that's okay. Well, I would have.
That's what I'm saying. It's under the
Just
Disney umbrella.
is it one? It's not one of those two categories, is it? Because I feel like that would be
You can't
unfair.
tell him anything else. That's not fair. You told me Disney.
I feel like you guys got this question wrong. I should just move on because anything else I
Yeah.
give is just like I'm just narrowing it down for you guys.
It's a
Unless
five.
Nate
It's a
guesses one
6-5
more
game.
time.
You can't give him any more hints.
Yeah, Nate just has to guess one
Oh.
more time.
I'll just. I can't even think of anything. Crap, starring Josh Hartnett.
Crap.
Right.
It's close. It's close.
Jeez, your two big choices was either going to be the Flash or the Marvels, and it was the Marvels. The Marvels
Yeah.
lost
okay.
If you had,
so much
if you
money.
had said, "Oh, it could be Pixar, Marvel, blah blah blah," I'm like, "Well, you didn't say that."
under
You
it's,
said that for-
it's Disney was the studio. It's under the Disney umbrella. You should know that's either going to be Marvel or Star Wars or live action or animated. I mean,
but you didn't give.
fucking
that
figure
hint
it out.
until-
You're a movie.
You
dude.
didn't give
Come
that
on.
hint until afterwards.
All right. No,
It's okay. We're still tied, John.
No, we're not. It's 6-5, Nate. Yeah, you sick fuck.
probably gonna.
Oh,
have to be
I
7 or
genuinely
2.
thought it was still tied.
Oh no,
so.
you're up 6-5 now.
Back to famous actors and actresses. Nate, question: which actor was in the following movies? The Outsiders, Wayne's World, and Tommy Boy. Multiple choice. Tom Cruise, Matt Dillon, Rob Lowe, or Mike Myers?
Matt Dillon.
That's right. Oh, what?
John,
I don't even
for
remember the other
much needed
answers.
steal.
Rob Lowe. You said Chris Farley? No.
Which actor was in the following movies? The Outsiders, Wayne's World, and Tommy Boy? A. Tom Cruise. B. Matt Dillon. C. Rob Lowe. D. Mike Myers.
I forgot the actors again. What are they? It's
Tom Cruise, Matt Dillon, Rob Lowe, and
Mike Myers.
Mike Myers.
Rob Lowe. Okay.
It was Rob Lowe.
I thought surely it was Matt Dillon. Matt Dillon's in he's in Tommy Boy, right? I think he's the mean brother or something.
Okay.
Either way, whatever.
John, what 2024 film was not a streaming original? A. Marmalade. D. Or B. Ricky Stenicki. C. Am I Okay? D. Turtles All the Way Down.
Marmalade, Ricky Stenicki.
Am I Okay? Turtles All the Way Down.
Oh my god! So something that did start in theaters. I think Marmalade was in theaters. Marmalade. Let's fucking go.
Okay.
We're going to 10, or did I just win?
Congratulations.
What? Oh,
We now have the winner.
I can count that.
Lord, feeling
Yeah.
Oh god.
Well, that's it. I gotta go. But good game, guys.
No, we can't end it on that. Come on. Positivity.
you
Plug
know
the
what?
shows.
You can't
We
win
have
them
like a
all,
minute.
guys. But you know what? You got to try your best, even if your best
John,
isn't good enough.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
I appreciate Spencer for putting all these questions together. I know how much time that takes. You guys are the
Peace out,
best.
brother.
I love movies. Fuck Borderlands. Go see Trap.
Don't go see Trap.
Yeah, those movies.
But if you do, wait 5 seconds after the credits start.
Yeah, I was
Just
on
go
my
see
way out.
Harold and the Purple Crayon. That's what we all want to see anyways.
No, fuck Zachary Levi. Zachary Levi sucks.
Let me in now.